Our planet is chock full of incredible places, and the ones featured here are no exception. We're going to take a look at some of the more breathtaking locations you can visit, and hopefully, we'll inspire your curiosity in the process. This is a list for those travelers with a sense of adventure. This is Unbelievable Places That Really Exist, Part 2. 12. Haiku Stairs. This very steep, very treacherous trail can be hiked by those daring enough, and it's located on Oahu in Hawaii. It winds itself along the Ko'olau mountain range, and there are 3,922 stairs to climb to reach the top. The stairs were initially a wooden ladder laid down to access peaks around the Haiku Valley, a natural amphitheater. Atop the peaks, the US Navy put antennas that could transmit radio signals to various ships that were operating in the region and all throughout the Pacific, and it was all broadcast from the Haiku radio station. The ladder was eventually replaced by stairs, which eventually became nearly obsolete as well, with the addition of a cable car, as most workers preferred a ride over the intense climb. Hikers can still see part of the old wooden ladder alongside the staircase. The station was decommissioned in the 1950s, so the Coast Guard took it over and used it for their Omega Navigation System station. In 1987, the path was closed to the public, but hikers still climb the stairs illegally every year. 11. Thors Well. Along the Oregon coast sits an interesting and what looks to be a scary hole in the ocean. The hole has become known as Thors Well, although it's also called the drainpipe of the Pacific, and it's much less mysterious than it appears. Scientists believe the hole came to be after waves carved out a sea cave whose roof collapsed inward and left a gaping hole in the ceiling. This collapse created holes in the top and bottom of the cave, and the water does what water does and drops in, seemingly disappearing into Thors Well. The truth is, the hole is estimated to be around 20 feet, or 6 meters deep, and when the water rushes in at high tide and funnels into it, it's said to be spectacular. The best time to see this natural well is an hour before high tide, so that visitors can see it empty and watch it fill up and do its thing. It's beloved by photographers and nature lovers around the world, and is visited daily. 10. Tunnel of Love. This beautiful section of railway is found very near Kleven, Ukraine, which links to Orziv. It's between 1.8 and 3.1 miles long and has become a favorite place for couples to take romantic strolls through the lush, overarching shrubbery. The entire line stretches nearly 4 miles, and a train only runs on it 3 times a day to deliver wood to a fiberboard factory. The tunnel is also fondly called the Green Mile Tunnel during the spring and summer when the trees take on a bright green hue. It's also popular during the fall and winter when the trees become colorful and eventually snow-covered, and as local legend has it, visitors will be granted a wish as long as their intentions are pure. 9. Mendenhall Ice Caves. Found in Alaska, sitting just 12 miles from downtown Juneau, is the 12-mile-long Mendenhall Glacier. If you're willing to kayak up to the edge of the ice and climb over the glacier, you'll find stunning, blue ice caves that are out of this world. You can see these beautiful caves between July and September when they are most secure and accessible, and a guided tour is the recommended way of going about visiting. The Mendenhall Glacier is melting and receding though, and it's happening faster and faster every year. Since 1958, the glacier has retreated nearly 2 miles. Before 1958, it had only drawn back about half a mile since 1500, so get there soon and enjoy it while you can, because it won't be around forever. 8. Sugano Bamboo Forest. Kyoto's city center is bustling and can sometimes be hectic, which is why it can be hard to believe that the peaceful Sugano Bamboo Forest is only about 30 minutes away. Here, bamboo stalks stretch dozens of feet skyward, and visitors can enjoy a stroll through the beauty of them on wooden pathways. It's become a popular destination for tourists around the world, but when it's not packed with noisy guests, the wind does something quite spectacular. As it passes through the tight growth of bamboo trunks, creaks, whistles, rustles, and knocks can be heard, creating a symphony of pleasing sounds. The natural noises from the area become almost meditative, and they've been voted into the country's 100 Soundscapes of Japan by the Ministry of the Environment. 7. Bonn, Germany. Hirstrasse is a street in Bonn, Germany that is also often called Cherry Blossom Avenue. Japan may immediately come to mind when you think of a cherry blossom, but one of the most incredible places to see them is in Bonn, where they grow up and over this cobblestone street. Many flock here to get photographs or to stroll with loved ones, because, let's face it, what could be more romantic than a hand-in-hand walk beneath a canopy of flowers? The blossoms are located in the Northstadt neighborhood, which also houses the famed Beethoven House, and was planted back in the 1980s. For 2 or 3 weeks in April, trees come brightly to life, and a yearly festival is held to show appreciation for the colorful and captivating flowers. 6. Black Forest. This eerie yet amazing forest is a vast forested mountain range found in Baden-Württemberg in southwest Germany, which stretches between Kraichgau in the north and the High Rhine in the south. It extends around 99 miles from the north to the south and reaches 19 miles wide in the north and 31 miles in the south. On the lower slopes, one will find the forest populated with beechwoods and oaks, whereas in higher elevations, up to roughly 4,000 feet, they're blanketed in extensive fir forests, which help to give the range its name. There are many spas and mineral springs throughout, and winter sports are highly popular in the area with tourists. Economic activities in the forests include woodworking and lumbering, and more recently, precision machinery and electronic equipment have become newer manufacturers here. It's beautiful and mysterious, dark and spooky, and it's become a favorite destination among many all across the world. 5. Naica Mine. The Naica Mine is a zinc, silver, and lead mine, which is operated by the largest lead producer in Mexico, Industrias Penoles. It can be found in Naica, in Saucillo, a municipality, and is known for its almost impossibly large selenite crystals. Some of the crystals measure upwards of 50 feet long and 4 feet in diameter, and it was once hazardous to get inside to see them. We say was because in 2015, operations inside the Naica mine were suspended indefinitely, which isn't all that surprising considering it must have been costly and not much worth the risk to get inside. While in operation, workers could only stay inside for 10 minutes in specialized suits that had their own oxygen supply. This is because the humidity in the mine is right around 99%, and the temperature can climb to 136 degrees Fahrenheit. The large selenite crystals are found in the Cave of the Crystals, roughly 1,000 feet below the surface, and it's closed to the public, understandably so. 4. Salar de Uyuni. Would you like to visit the world's biggest salt flat? You'll have to make a trip to Potosi, which is found in southwest Bolivia, in the Daniel Campos province. The salt flat measures roughly 4,086 square miles and sits at an elevation of 11,995 feet. Multiple prehistoric lakes transformed to create the flat, which is covered in several meters of salt crust. It's extremely flat and only varies about 1 meter in elevation across the entire flat. The salt tops a layer of brine that is rich in lithium, and the area contains between 50 and 70% of the entire lithium supply on the planet. It is here that the majority of satellites are calibrated, considering the skies over the flat are typically clear, and the surface varies in elevation so little. It's picturesque and a destination for many looking for a great place to take some extraordinary photographs. 3. Hamilton Pool. If this isn't close to heaven on earth, we don't know what is. Hamilton Pool is a natural pool created after massive erosion caused the collapse of the dome of an underground river thousands of years ago. It's not far from Austin, Texas, around 23 miles west, and has been a famous swimming spot for residents of the area and visitors since the 1960s. The Hamilton Pool Preserve is a protected area in which Hamilton Pool sits, and it spans 232 acres. The pool itself is jade green and features a waterfall that measures 50 feet and flows into the swimming hole from above. It's surrounded by limestone, and huge stalactite crystals grow on the roof above, and it's completely untreated by chemicals, so the water quality is continuously monitored, and sometimes swimming is restricted. If you hit it on a good day, though, you'll be in for a treat, as it's one of the most beautiful and interesting places to swim in all of America. 2. Lavender Fields. Over in Provence, France, there are expansive, rolling lavender fields, and they're said to be some of the best in the world. These purple fields sprawl across the landscape and provide shocking contrast to sunflower and wheat fields that call Provence home as well. Typically, the best time to go to Provence to see the incredible purple display is between mid-June and mid-July. However, the timing of a full bloom could vary slightly, depending on weather conditions at the beginning of the year. There's even a festival celebrating the incredible fields that you can attend. The Fête de Lavande usually takes place in July and turns the area into a gathering ground for the masses to enjoy drinks, music, and other festivities. Boy, have we seen some amazing places so far, and we still have one more to go. But first, we'd like to ask, what are some of your top destinations? What incredible places in the world do you want to visit? We'd love to check out your answers in the comments below. 1. Mount Roraima. This South American mountain is not only big, but it's magnificent looking and different than most of the mountains we see. The thing is, it's not quite a mountain. It's more like a plateau, considering it's bounded by massive cliffs measuring 1,300 feet. Its summit comes in at 12 square miles, and it was first described during Sir Walter Raleigh's 1595 expedition. It calls southeastern Venezuela's Canaima National Park home, and is the tallest Tepui plateau in the Pacaraima chain. The highest points in both the Brazilian state of Roraima and Guyana are found on the plateau, but Brazil and Venezuela have taller mountains. It is frequently climbed today, and has been for years, and is a feat which many climbers would like to have under their belt. Mount Roraima is intimidating, inspiring, and breathtaking all in one. Rumor has it that if you so choose to visit, you won't be disappointed. If this video got you in the traveling spirit, do us a huge favor and leave a like. Be sure to subscribe to our channel below, or by clicking on our logo right here on the screen, so you can stay up to date with all of our excellent uploads. And check out this next video that we know you're going to love.